Close your eyes, roll the shoulders back, bring your gaze to the third eye center. Take a nice big inhale. As you inhale, feel the chest raise, feel the coolness of the air coming in through the nostrils, and feel the crown of your head reaching towards the sky. As you exhale, feel the shoulders softening and the sitting bones sinking into the earth. Follow that breath. With each inhale, feel the body getting taller. And with each exhale, feel the body surrendering and softening. Feel the muscles in the face release. Teeth might separate a bit. Let any thoughts that come into your mind just flow right back out. Just be in the present moment. Inhale up those arms. Bring the hands together and then exhale in front of the heart center. Spread the fingers wide. Place the thumbs gently on the chest. Continue to watch your breath. Let the shoulders relax down. Take a moment to set your intention for the class. Release those hands down. Inhale them back up. This time, look up at those fingers. Exhale those hands in front of the heart center. Come onto your hands and knees in a bridge position. And then inhale up for that cow. Exhale, round it for the cat. Just warming up the back here a little bit. And then feel free to move the cow around, the cat-cow around. On your next exhale, maybe come back towards one heel, rounding the back as you do that, and then inhale back to that cow. Exhale, rounding the back, bring that sitting bone back towards the left side. Inhale it up. Exhale, round it. Maybe do a circle or come straight back. Whatever feels good for you. It always feels good for me to do a little barrel roll. I try to picture my body inside a barrel where my stomach and my sides and my back are tracing the inside of that barrel. Really getting into all the nooks and crannies. And if you do a barrel roll, make sure you reverse that direction. Using that breath to guide your movement. Come back to that neutral spine. Take your knees a little bit wider and then push back to the child's pose. Push those sitting bones back towards the heels. The toes will be towards one another. Stretch those arms out and really reach it out. Let the chest sink down. You can always put a blanket behind your knees. You can always have it blocked maybe for your head. Whatever feels right for your body. We're going to do a lot of flowing today, a lot of vinyasa flow, which means a lot of sun salutation type of stuff. So you can always come back to this child's pose. If you don't want to do the whole series going through, I'll cue you. You can always come here for a moment or just stay in a down dog when you need to. Inhale back to that table. And then inhale that right leg back. Flex the foot, point the toes. Pull the belly in. Try to keep that right hip down. This is a great core exercise right here, just holding that leg. If you want a little bit more, soften the right elbow, come up on the fingers of the left hand, and then go ahead and extend it out. Pull the belly towards the spine, squeeze the inner thigh and your bicep towards the center line of your body. Slowly go ahead and bring that left hand down and then hinge the right leg. And then little pulses up with that knee. Breathing here. One more. Now extend that leg back and then exhale, round the back and bring the knee into the chest. Inhale it out. Exhale, round the back, bring the knee in. Exhale it back. One more time. Exhale, round, really hold that knee towards the chest and then bring it back to neutral. Inhale the left leg back behind you. Flex the foot, keep those toes straight down. That left hip might want to come up here, so really try to keep that level with the other hip. Keep those elbows soft and don't have all your weight into those front hands. So find that balance point. Breathing. Keep the belly in. Those ribs want to pop out here. And again, if you want a little bit more of a challenge, soften the left elbow and then go ahead and extend the right arm out. Breathing here. Find the center line of the body. Picture a wire coming through the center of the head and all the way out the tailbone. That's your center line of the body, the inline of the body. That's your balance point in almost any pose. Slowly go ahead and drop the right hand down. Hinge the left leg up. Little bit of pulses here. Breathing the whole time. Don't collapse into the palms of the hands. Claw the mat so you have a little bit more of force with the arms supporting yourself. One more. Extend that leg back. Take a nice big inhale as you exhale, round the back and pull that knee in. Inhale it back. Exhale, round it, pull the knee in. Extend it back. Exhale, round the back, pull the knee in, hold it here for a moment. And bring it all the way back and then down. Inhale up for that cow, exhale, round it for the cat. Go ahead and bring that right leg out like you're like a dog for a fire hydrant. Bring it out. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Warming up these hips. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. Go ahead and hold it and then round circles. Big round circles. And then reverse those circles. Be careful not to have all your weight on those front hands. Let that left knee do a little work. Come back to neutral and bring that leg down. Left leg, bring it up, out like a dog would be on a fire hydrant. Exhale it back. Inhale it open. Exhale it down. Inhale up. Exhale it down. Inhale up. Exhale it down. Inhale it up and circle it. Doesn't matter what direction here. And after you do it, 3 to 5 times, whatever feels good for you, circle the opposite direction. And then come back to that table position. Inhale it up, round the cat, tuck the toes. Try to get all 5 toes on each foot down, claw that mat, really push into the ball mound of the thumb and out towards the pinky finger. And then just lift the knees up, maybe an inch off the mat. Charging up the abs, the arms, the legs. Breathing here. Take another big inhale, and as you exhale, now push your sitting bones all the way back behind you until they don't go can't go anywhere else. And then inhale up the hips for our downward facing dog. Exhale back towards those heels. And then go ahead and paddle the feet. One heel to the other. Do it slowly or quickly, whatever feels good for your body. As you're doing this, really push that mat away from you, right? Don't let your weight come forward here. Really keep everything pushing back. Maybe come up on the toes, lift the hips super high, and then push the mat away even more so that your heels have nowhere to go but back. Don't worry about if the knees are bent here. You're still warming it up in this down dog. Keep the shoulders soft. Pull away from your ears. Think about your armpits extending from one side of the room to the other, really spreading wide. And the chest sinking back towards the thighs. Breathing. Take another big inhale and come into a plank. Knees up or knees down here. Your choice. Exhale back to the downward facing dog. Inhale to the plank. Exhale to the downward facing dog. Inhale to the plank. Now from this plank, drop those knees down. Take a nice big inhale, shift forward 1 or 2 inches. Come down to the chest first, so keep the hips up. Elbows straight back, then chin. Now the hips come down. Uncurl the toes, and then allow the body to come up for a baby cobra. Baby cobra, those hands are just hovering. You can almost, if you don't even barely touch the mat. Don't look forward, don't jut out the chin. Inhale up a little bit more. Exhale down. Tuck the toes. Inhale back to the plank, and then exhale back to the downward facing dog. Hold this for a couple more breaths. Then go ahead and walk yourself all the way up to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Let your body just hang and dangle. Soften the knees here. Let the chest come in. If your belly's getting in the way, just kind of tuck it in and pull it to the side. Take those hands on the side of your calves and then inhale halfway up. Think of your body making a number 7, trying to get that nice curvature in the lower spine. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees, place the hands on the hips, squeeze the elbows together, hinging from those hips. Inhale all the way up to your Tadasana. Inhale up those arms. Exhale the heart, hands in front of the heart. And then open up into your Tadasana. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive it down. Soften the knees, come on down. Inhale halfway. Exhale down. Step back into the plank. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, chaturanga down. Knees up or knees down. Coming down slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flatten the tops of the feet onto the mat together. Pull those hands back towards the chest and then push up into a cobra. Exhale it down. Tuck those toes. Inhale back to the plank and exhale to the downward facing dog. Come up high on the toes, bend the knees deeply, look at the top of your mat. Hop, step, or float. Inhale halfway up. Maybe keep your hands on the mat for that monkey, pulling the shoulders back. If your body's ready, if not, stay right here. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up. Swan dive it down. Step back with the right foot. Drop the knee down. Inhale up for that low lunge. Exhale it down. Pull the left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale to the plank. Exhale, chaturanga down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Uncurl those toes. Inhale up for your cobra. Exhale it down. Plant the toes. Inhale up, back to the downward facing dog. Hop, step, or float to the front of the mat. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Swan dive it down. Step your left foot all the way back. Give yourself some space in between your legs. Drop the left knee down. Inhale up for that low one. Pull the belly in. Pull that perineum, the lower part of the body up. And then exhale, allow the hip to release. Hands down. Tuck the back toe under. Lift the knee. Pull the front foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhale to the plank. Exhale, chaturanga down. Your own speed. Try not to collapse. Uncurl those toes. Inhale up for cobra. Exhale it down. Find your way back to that downward facing dog. Hold this for 3 breaths. Inhale the left leg back behind you. Toes straight down here. Shift your weight back towards the right heel. Now hinge the knee and lift the knee towards the ceiling and allow that left foot to come over towards the right side, opening that body, stacking the hips, allowing the chest to sink back towards that heel. Slowly square off those hips once again, extend that leg back behind you. And just like that fire hydrant knee lift that we did in the beginning, hinge the knee, bring it out wide. Now swing it forward into the low lunge. Inhale up the arms for the high lunge. Exhale it down. Pull the back foot up, forward fold. Inhale it halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Swan dive it down. Step back with the left foot. Now the right foot, downward facing dog. Hold it for 3 breaths. Really lift those hips up high. Feel the extension in the back and the body lengthening. Weight going back towards the heels. Inhale up that right leg straight behind you. Foot flex, toes straight down. Push that mat away from you here. Don't collapse into those front arms. Clawing the mat. Let the weight shift back towards the left heel. Hinge the right knee. Now point the right knee towards the sky. Stacking the hips and allowing that right foot to fall as far as it'll fall towards the left. Maybe even glancing under the left armpit to see if you can see that foot. Let that whole midside of the body open up. Breathing here. Don't clench the jaw. Where's your body holding its tightness? Inhale that leg back behind you again. Square off the hips. We're going to swing this leg forward. Hinge the knee and then do that fire hydrant lift. Now trace the knee with the outer edge of that right mat. Tent the right fingers and replace that foot. the right hand. Low lunge. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Feel the legs scissoring together. And then inhale up to the high lunge. Exhale it down. Pull that back foot up, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Swan dive it down. Step back with the left foot. Now the right foot plank. We're going to vinyasa our way through here. You can just go right to downward facing dog or child's pose if you don't want to vinyasa through. Shift forward, chaturanga down. Elbows straight back towards the hips. And now here you can take your baby cobra, or maybe upward facing dog, where you come to the tops of the feet. The knees and the thighs are lifted off the mat. Breathing. Curl those toes back under and back to the downward facing dog if you weren't already there. Everyone should meet us back to downward facing dog. If you were in child's pose, try to find your way back. Inhale up that left leg. Swing it forward. Spin the back heel down so that that foot's in a 45-degree angle. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Maybe use that left hand to prop yourself up to the warrior one. Pull the belly in, pull the ribs in, allow the hips to sink. Now slowly lift that back heel. Come onto the ball mount of that back foot into the high lunge. Exhale those hands down. Pull that front foot back into downward facing dog. And we're going to vinyasa through here. Inhale to the plank. Exhale, chaturanga down. Your choice of cobra, baby cobra, upward facing dog. And then find your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale up that right leg. You're going to swing it forward. Find that fire hydrant foot, leg, bring it forward. Spin the back left heel down. That leg's in a 45-degree angle. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Feel the stability of those legs. And then find your way back up. Warrior one. Breathing. Keeping those legs scissoring together, slowly lift the back heel and straighten that back foot back for that high lunge. See if you can dip the legs down a little bit more. Exhale those hands down. Step the back foot up, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Now tick-tock the feet towards one another so that the knees and big toes are almost touching. Exhale those hips back. And then inhale up into your Uttanasana. Now your knees might want to come forward, so shift that weight back. Breathing here. Exhale, fold. Straighten those hips up. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Step back to your plank. We're going to find our way back to that downward facing dog. So you can vinyasa through here, exhaling down, inhaling up, and then exhaling back to the downward facing dog. Inhale up that left leg. Fire hydrant the knee and swing it forward, replacing the left hand. Now pivot the back foot sideways so it's parallel with the back edge of the mat. Heel intersecting the arch, or maybe heel to heel, some people like. And then cartwheel yourself up to the warrior two. Challenge yourself. Try to get that front knee parallel with the ground, with the mat. Turn both palms up. Soften the shoulders. Turn the palms down. Breathing. Check in with that front knee. Is it coming in or out? Should be right over the center toes. Pull the belly in, pull the body back. Now let the body go forward and bring the hand down to the floor, the mat, or you can hold on to the elbow over just above the knee. Inhale up that arm, side angle pose. Look down at those front toes and then straighten the front knee. You might want to use a block here into that trikonasana. Breathing. Your choice, you can hold on to the leg. Exhale, soften the front knee, roll the right shoulder down, roll the right heel up. Now you're back into the low lunge. Inhale up the left arm for a little twist. Knee up or knee down here, your choice. Exhale that hand to the inside arch of the left foot and tick-tock the foot out. Can keep this back knee up or drop it down into our lizard, getting into the hips a little bit here. Make sure that the knee and the toes are always facing one another. Some people like that foot more in a 45-degree angle, and that's fine. You can use your hands here. You can use a block or two blocks. Bring your elbows down. Maybe the ground is accessible for you. If you want to build more strength, lift the back knee. Then this becomes more of a strength building pose as opposed to just a relaxing stretching pose. Your choice. If your elbows are down, find your way up. Pull that front foot all the way back into that one-legged dog. Woo, reach it up. Push the chest back towards the leg. Inhale to a one-legged plank. Knees up or knees down. I'm going to do knees down for this one. Take a nice big inhale, shift forward. Elbows right next to the body, towards the hips, all the way down. Bring both down. Inhale up for your choice of back bend. Exhale it down. Tuck the toes. Inhale back up and exhale back to the downward facing dog. Come up high on the toes. Bend the knees. Look forward. Hop, step, or float to the front. Forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale fold. Inhale all the way up. Swan dive it down. Step back with the left foot. Then the right. Downward facing dog. Inhale up with that right leg. Nice and high. Shift the weight back towards that left heel. Breathing. Fire hydrant that leg open and then swing it forward as far as you can go. Now, if your leg doesn't make it all the way, drop the knee and bring it forward. Lift that back knee up and then pivot the back foot sideways so the back edge of the foot is parallel, back edge of the mat. Maybe tick-tock that foot forward so the heel intersects the heel or arch, whatever feels good. You can use your arm to push up or cartwheel all the way up into the warrior on the other side. Breathing here. Don't collapse in the inner arch of that back foot. Right? Flex the toes off the front foot. Feel the four corners. Allow the hips to sink a little bit deeper. Challenge yourself to get those hips down. Go ahead and reach forward until the body doesn't reach anymore. Find the floor, maybe a block, maybe the elbow just above the knee. Lift that arm up. Let the hips sink. Breathing. Look down in that front leg, and then slowly straighten the leg. Inhaling up into your trikonasana. Really push in with the back edge of that back foot to allow the front part of the body to be light so you can do whatever you need to here. Breathing. Don't squint your eyes. Don't clench your jaw. Slowly soften the front knee, looking forward. Let the left shoulder curl down, frame the foot, lift the back heel up. Now we're into that low lunge. You might want to tick-tock that right foot out a little bit. Plant the left hand and then inhale up the right arm for that twist. You can drop the knee here. Breathing. Slowly round that right shoulder down. Bring that right hand to the inside edge of that right leg and foot. Again, you can tick-tock that foot out a little bit more. Maybe step the left knee out into that lizard on the other side. Knee up for more strength building, or knee down. Breathing. Allow the heart center to soften here. Some people like to come onto the edge of their foot, and that feels good to bring that leg out. Whatever feels good for you, just make sure that the toes are always in the same direction as the knees. Try to keep your body parallel to the ground. So that left shoulder wants to dip down a lot more sometimes. So you really want to kind of keep that shoulder, right shoulder and left shoulder level. Slowly find your way up. This is this big power move here. Tuck those toes down. You can do this with your knee bent if you want. I think I get a little bit more room when I lift it up. And then slide that right foot all the way back. And all the way into a one-legged dog if it's in your wheelhouse today. Shift back towards the left heel. Inhale to the plank. Knee up or knee down here. And then chaturanga down. Inhale up for your choice of that back bend. And then find your way back to the downward facing dog. Drop to the knees, make them go wide, push back to the heels. For that child's pose. Breathing. Feel the back side of the body spreading. Find your breath. Inhale back to that table position. Inhale that back, leg back. Exhale it to the up towards the outer edge of the left wrist. Plant the knee, swing the left foot over, just to where it's comfortable for you. Step the right knee back a little bit wider. Okay, you don't want the knees to be in line or anything like that. And then pull the left hip back a little bit. So now the body's more squared towards the mat, and then allow the hips to release into that pigeon. Coming off my bed a little bit. Now you can use that block for underneath the hip. That feels good for you. And if your knees just say, I don't like this, this is not in my wheelhouse, flip to your back and do pigeon on your back. It's much more gentle on the knees. Allow the chest to come down, allow the belly to come down. Breathing. Allow the muscles in the face to relax. Allow the shoulders and the chest to surrender forward. Breathe into that hip and allow it to release down. Slowly find your way back up. Push into the mat as you tuck the back toe under, lift the back knee to make some space, and then pull the right knee back to that table. Push back to a child's pose for a moment. Notice the difference between the left side and the right side of the body, just in the child's pose. Inhale back to that table. Inhale the right leg back this time. Flex that foot. And then as you exhale, bring that right knee to the outer edge of the right wrist. Swing the right foot over towards the left side, step the left knee back. Now pull the right hip back just a little bit so your body's more squared towards that mat. And then exhale, allow the hip to release back. Again, feel free to use a blanket or a block or whatever you might need underneath that hip. The more your leg is parallel to the front edge of the mat, that front leg, the more that foot needs to be flexed. That's going to protect the knee. If your leg is back at more of an angle, the foot, it's okay for the foot to be more pointed. And then just exhale yourself down to wherever your body's going to allow you to go today. Using that breath to release the hip. Slowly find your way up. Tuck that back toe under, lift that knee up, and then find your way onto your back and grab onto a strap that you have nearby. If you don't have a strap, well, just do it without a strap, I guess, but the strap makes it so much nicer. So go ahead and inhale your way back. Take that strap on the arch or the ball mount of that right foot, and then inhale up the right foot. Flex the foot, and as you exhale, I want you to think of the whole length of the leg and plugging that right hip down. Plug the right hip down as you extend the right heel up towards the sky. As you inhale, let the shoulders release down. Just hold on to the strap with the hand. Don't hold on to it for dear life. Don't try to pull as hard as you can so you're shaking. Nice and slow and easy. Inhale up that heel. Exhale down. Plug that hip in. And then maybe pull the strap back just a little bit to get into that hamstring. Now slowly on the next exhale, allow that foot to fall and cross over the body to the left side, using that left hand to support the leg with the strap, bringing the right arm out to a T, and allow that left elbow to come down to the ground. Flex the foot. As you're flexing that foot, pull the right hip back just a little bit and feel it resting on top of that left thigh. Think about pulling the hip back as you extend the leg out, really getting into the high IT band, and you're going to get into that outer edge of that hip a little bit. For a little bit more intensity, you can pull that leg up closer towards the head. That hip may round forward a little bit, and that's okay if that hip rounds forward, but just try to pull the right hip back and that right shoulder back. If the right shoulder is really coming up, angel arm, angel wing that arm a little bit to release that shoulder. Slowly inhale that leg back up to center. Exhale it open to the right. Use the left arm as leverage. Pull that hip in, push the heel out. You might even be able to grab onto your toe if your hamstrings feel extra loose. If not, just use the strap. Inhale up that leg, right back to where we started. Now hinge the knee, bring the knee into the chest. Now allow the knee to come out towards the armpit and see if you can grab the outer edge of that right foot into that half happy baby. Really pull that knee down towards that armpit Maybe even allow the leg to fall open to the right a little bit. That'll get into the hip a little bit more too. Feels good. Try not to let the heel come down towards the ground though. We want to feel like we're stepping on the ceiling here. Slowly release it up one more time. Inhale, up that heel. Exhale, plug the hip down. Pull that leg back just a little bit more. And then allow it to come all the way down next to the other leg. Just take a moment here to feel the difference in the sides. And then go ahead and switch feet. And then inhale up the left leg. And you're going to notice that one side's a little bit tighter than the other. Our sides are different. We think that they're symmetrical, but they really aren't. Inhale up that heel. Exhale, plug that left hip down. Plug it down. Keep the muscles in the face released and relaxed. On your next exhale, slowly allow that leg to cross over to the right side, using the left arm as your counterbalance. Again, angel wing the arm if the shoulder is tight or popping up on you. As you exhale, as you inhale and you really push that heel out, exhale, pull the left hip back. And you're going to feel that stretch in that outer edge of that leg. You're going to get into the IT band a little bit more, the hamstring. It doesn't really matter how high up the leg is or how far down it is for you. Whatever feels right for your body. Listen to your body. Honor your body. What is your body allowing you to do today? Don't fight your body. Listen to it. Slowly inhale up that leg. Exhale, plug that hip down. Feel that prana travel all the way down the leg, and then go ahead and open up the leg, taking that right arm out to the side. Using that left elbow on the ground. Inhale up that leg once again. Now this time, hinge the knee, bring it out towards the side. If the foot is available, you can hold on to it. Otherwise, keep the strap. But don't have the shoulders up here. Keep the shoulders, use the length of the strap to keep the upper body relaxed. Exhale, pull that knee down. Again, you can open up the leg if that feels good. Whatever feels good for your body, right? What is your body calling today? What's it want? Slowly release that half happy baby. Inhale up that leg. Exhale, plug that hip down once more. And then allow that leg to come all the way down. Release the strap. Pull the right knee into the chest, push the left heel away. Switch legs. Pull that left leg in, right heel out. One time each with each side again. And go to the other side. Bring both knees in. Nice little hug here. Little circles with the knees. Check in with that lower back. Plant those feet down. Hip distance apart. We're going to do a little bridge here to end our session because I just think it might feel kind of nice for us to have that inversion. Roll from side to side and kind of tuck the elbows into the waist and roll the shoulders underneath you. Point the fingers to the sky. Now flex all 10 toes to find the corners of those feet, the 4 corners. Now relax the toes down. Now push in, lifting the pelvic area up into that bridge. Breathing. Now, if it's available to you, you can bring those hands down, maybe interlace them and roll side to side to get a little bit more stretch. Can use a strap here to hold on to. Breathing, really pushing in. Try to keep those knees straight. A lot of times they want to fly out, so keep the legs straight. Really lifting the pelvic area and lifting the chest towards the chin, not the chin towards the chest. Coming onto the back of those shoulders, the back of the head and neck. If you have those arms intertwined, release them down. Another big inhale into that back bend. Feels so good. And then exhale 1 vertebrae down at a time. Take a moment once you get all the way down. Pull the right knee in, left leg out, left leg in, right leg out. Take the arms out to the side, palms to the sky, and prepare for your Shavasana. Take that nice big inhale through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, release any stress or tension that your body might be holding. Let the muscles in the back of the eyes relax. Let the jaw release, the teeth might separate. And feel the shoulders sinking into the earth. With each inhale, feel the front side of the body expanding, lifting. As you exhale, feel the body softening as that prana travels down the arms and out the fingertips. Feel the heart center softening with each exhale and the belly pulling back. Feel the prana making its way down your body through the hips and down each leg, out the tips of the toes. So with each healing breath, we take that inhale all the way up through the crown of the head. And as we exhale, we're releasing any stress, tension, anxiety out the nose, the ears, the eyes, the fingertips, the tips of the toes, every pore of the body. So that with each exhale, our body surrenders just a little bit more. Just enjoy that moment, that feeling. bring your awareness back to that present moment by wiggling those fingers and toes. With your next inhale, spread those arms up behind you and over your head, flexing the feet, really lengthening the body from one end to the other. And then as you exhale, bring the knees into the chest, the arms around those knees for a little hug, and then roll to the side, using your arm and your hand as a pillow. Taking a moment to reflect on your practice, noticing how the body is settled, the breath is settled, and the mind is settled. With your head heavy and your eyes closed, gently push yourself up to a seated position. Bring your hands together in a prayer position. Rub them together. Create heat and friction to the palms of those hands. And then cup your eyes, blocking out all the light and opening your eyes into the darkness, absorbing that energy. Release those hands back down into prayer position at the forehead. Bow your head. Namaste.